The winning teams have to play 2 games today, so I wouldn't leave it too late. Well, I've been ready for 3 minutes, and I'm waiting for Eri to invite me and Plague to the lobby. And the other night we had to wait 15 minutes while someone was paused, so I don't think it's that big a deal, is it? Honestly, if either team lets Primal or PA through, they should be excluded from the tournament. Who have we got?
Nice jump, Alistair.
Dr-Krieger 16 just resubed for 72 months.
Grazie.
This is Sayers, right?
I think that is
He can't
6
match
years.
right now.
Is that your professional opinion, Jonas, as a high-level Dota player?
Radiant team ban.
I have no idea if the hero is still good or not. I definitely wouldn't go for the
10
nerfed
seconds
to
remaining.
shit status.
Radiant team ban.
I noticed, so let's just review. The changes to PA are the blur vanish radius is 100 units more, which is fair. And the Acceptor cooldown rescaled from 10 seconds to 50% of the current cooldown, which is fine. And the Acceptor no longer increases vanish buffer. I don't know what that means. Chance of deadly focus decreased by 3%. So from 1 in 5 to 1 in 6, basically.
Radiant team ban.
But you're now saying
Radiant team ban.
that those 2 changes alone mean that the hero is now, quote unquote, dead. 3% change in her crit, and blur slightly nerfed. I mean, I'll be honest with you. To me, the thing that's hugely strong about it is break for 1400 gold, and her Ags, which refreshes everything when she gets a kill. And the Primal has made it through. What is happening?
10 seconds remaining.
Stop letting this hero through. Oh my god.
5 seconds
So Plague is not
remaining.
with me because, of course, he's doing the drafting for Wogan's Wizards.
Dire team ban.
Apparently, he's happy to let Primal through. Did they change Primal at all? Primal Beast. Base damage bonus decreased from 6, 12, 18, 24 to 5, 10, 15, 20. So still pretty good.
Dire team ban.
%8 win rate change. But I honestly, a lot of this stuff to me is
10
most
seconds
Dota is
remaining.
Goon Dota. And I honestly, I can imagine an
5
8%
seconds
change
remaining.
because Blur was so ridiculous. But the hero is still strong. We'll see.
Radiant team ban.
Cap is online.
10 seconds remaining.
So I think the lads quite like playing Treant
5 seconds remaining.
because, like a lot of heroes,
Radiant team
he
pick.
feels really useful. He is, if you play him right, really strong in lane. Because, you know, Leech Seed is really good. He hits really hard. He has a BKB piercing ult. So let's say Primal Beast charges in
10
and starts stomping
seconds
about.
remaining.
Treant can press BKB. Treant can use his
5
ult.
seconds
And then
remaining.
Primal Beast needs to BKB to get out of there. And if he hasn't already BKB'd,
Dire
maybe you can
team
stop him with some other spell. So I don't think it's too bad. Also, I think Treant with Jakiro is not too shabby. You've got lots of AoE control, good AoE damage. I don't mind it. I think it's okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I
Dire team
think
pick.
Abaddon might be low-key a
Growling.
good hero. All of you guys theory crafting, there's no point. We got to wait until the pros and the high-level players get hold of these heroes to really
10
find out.
seconds remaining.
Are they still good? Are they busted? Is it just you change this, you change that? Like,
5 seconds
it's not like they
remaining.
removed any of PA's spells. They just shifted them a little bit, which I think is fine. I mean, she's still capable of just fucking blowing people up, so. Yeah, the core bounties, maybe. We'll see. I mean, again, a hero that I think I've seen pro players do extremely well.
Radiant team pick.
Disruptor.
Now then, what does Plague want to go
10
for
seconds
next?
remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Geosnight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Faceless Void.
Ten seconds remaining.
Oh, that is a good
Dire
mailbag
team back.
email.
Admiral Conker.
Oh, we've got some crackers for next mailbag. Do I want to play Call of Dragons? Hi, hope you're doing well. My name is Joe,
10 seconds remaining.
and I work for a global influencer marketing agency. Working with the biggest creators from Twitch and YouTube. I guess that's why they're reaching out to me. They want me to play Call of Dragons. It's an MMO fantasy conquest game from the creators of Rise of Kingdoms. 14-day sponsorship. 2 hours of gameplay over the 14 days. What?
10
So
seconds remaining.
why don't just say two hours of streaming? God, I just
5
delete these on
seconds remaining.
literally on off delete cooldown. They get deleted. Why are we rip frame rate?
Radiant team ban.
I don't know who the stand-ins are. Oh, really?
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, really?
5
CK and
seconds
Torrent
remaining.
Storm. So those are bad, I think. I really thought in the pre-TI patch they would do something to address that, but I guess not. Well, they picked Void, which is something that Plague and I have been talking about. So I'm guessing this could be a POS 3 CK or a POS 3 Void, depending on, I guess, which they want to lane against. I guess Void does better against Primal, because he can just leap away. But then again, it could be Primal mid. Or it could be Kunkka mid. With the Jakiro, that gives you a nice macro pyre with the Chrono.
Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
Dire team pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Lesh is good, but also I think I mean Lesh is good, yeah.
Radiant team.
We've seen some good performances from Lesh. Dark Willow, okay. So guessing I honestly couldn't call whether it's mid Kunkka or mid Primal. I think probably mid Kunkka, but I guess they can decide based on what Wogan's Wizards pick for mid. Because they're not going to run CK mid, that's very unlikely, and same with Void mid.
5 seconds
Here
remaining.
comes the mid pick. What would I want to pick? OD.
You may now select your heroes.
Okay. Here comes Plague. How is OD boring? How is OD boring? What's boring about this hero? This is really good. Like, the OD is good because it gives you really good save against the boat combo. I don't even know. I can't remember what the interaction is. If someone's being glimpsed and you imprison them, I think when you come out of the prison, you're at the glimpse point. I think. OD into Drow is hard. I don't know. They've got Void. They got Void to deal with Drow. The rare Jido CK. I don't think I've ever seen this. Have they picked the wrong hero? Jido normally plays 5. So I think that I don't know. I feel like everybody's picked the wrong hero here. Is Tech Killer the stand-in? I don't know. It ain't 5CK. Come on. Who's the stand-in, Ari? Tech Killer's the stand-in?
Yeah, Tech Killer's the stand-in for them. Larry Llama's the stand-in for us.
So you've pushed Larry to 5 and moved Jido up to CK.
To POS 3, yeah, because we are down our 85% Black and Mild once again. He's far too busy a boy.
He played terribly the other night, so
well,
it doesn't matter.
It happens.
He was
It
honestly,
happens.
it was absolutely an abhorrent performance, Plague. But the lineup was dreadful. I think wasn't he Slardar? I think he played Slardar.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst offlane performances we've seen yet. It was just awful.
That's rough.
It does happen.
I think I was really hesitant over not banning Primal. I wasn't sure. I really thought they would take it first pick, but I was like, there's a chance they don't. There's a chance they go for like some of their other standard first pick heroes. I'm not happy having Primal in the game ever. I think it's because Ashwin's traumatized me. There's way too much shit he does that doesn't make Dota sense. You know, there's no logical reason he should be able to dive their tier 4s at 10 minutes and kill them all.
Right, but so
it seems to happen every
why
game.
is he through, bud?
Because there's also a lot of heroes that they do fucking well on. Like, we had to ban PA, definitely had to ban Marcy because one of the most picks and most successful. We had to ban Earth Spirit because it's one of BleakGiant's strongest heroes.
Oh,
and we feel more comfortable playing against a Primal Beast than we do against an Earth Spirit.
I think especially with the... you've got good ways to stop him. I think with the tree ult, with Chrono, with OD, even with Jakiro.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in our plan to stop him, but...
I mean,
it feels like the new PA in a way, in that it makes the game so much more awkward.
But if you'd rather face him, who you can at least figure out a way to get around, I mean, honestly, Earth Spirit, I don't know what you're meant to do.
At least it's Primal, there's a bit of noise before he comes in. Earth Spirit just rolls silently out of nowhere and one-shots you. I think the biggest problem is going to be... I think this Void pick is going to be fantastic late game. I think he completely shuts down what Primal wants to do in most games.
Right.
But some of these lanes are going to be tough for this Void.
So, what do you think about this Willow pick? Because some people were kind of asking what the deal is. Why do you think they've gone with Willow?
I think she's quite good counter to Void in a way. In that if he doesn't get his BKB off, or if the team is trying to put damage into Chrono, she fears them all away.
Right.
And obviously she can survive Chrono with a W and things like that. But I think it was just a hero that LDC was comfortable on.
Right.
That they knew would do something. But at the same time, I think the last time we saw LDC Willow, he went Yule's Ags and achieved nothing. And terribly tilted Ashwin and myself. So I'm not...
Bad.
I definitely can imagine him having quite a good game with Ags and being an annoyance and sitting on high ground and defending it really well. I think the biggest thing right now is this CK lane top. I feel like CK should have an okay lane against Drow and then destroy her for most of the game.
Yeah.
But if I'm wrong about the lane,
someone was saying OD into Drow, oof, like that's rough. But I don't think their job. I don't think OD's job is Drow. Like, I think OD's job is everything else. I wasn't quite sure why OD into... Oh, yeah, she's dead. Larry Llama just punching her. Yeah, she can't get out of position. Oh, dear.
I'm guaranteeing that's Wogan's DC.
Lag.
Oh, so
lag.
Eri did say... So he didn't tell me I couldn't, but he said there's been a lot of Dota bugs with Illusion heroes recently causing lag.
Yeah.
I doubt that was one of them, but we may get some frozen PCs when CK starts go. I did say... Probably don't build Ags this game, Jido, because it could break a lot of people's PCs, and I think the weakest PC in this game is Wogan, so we got to preserve our boys' frame rate.
I don't know how old Wogan is, but I always, whenever I'm like, just get a good PC, I think when I was 21, 22, 23, my PC was a piece of absolute shit, because you're barely out of being a child, like you're still so young.
I was definitely at one point thinking, oh, I could pick TB here, and that's thinking, TB is literally the ground zero for lag issues in Dota. PL and TB.
You could have just picked them both and just broken.
I could have. Larry Llama, I will name drop him here as the scumbag of saying, let's just run PL. Let's run PL. Let's try it. I was like, no, we're not. And they banned it in the end.
So regarding PA, people are saying she had an 8% win rate nerf. I don't think a 3% reduction in her crit chance. I mean, to be fair, it does make it from 1 in 5 to 1 in 6, but it's still 3%.
What I would say is...
And the blur changes.
The blur change is pretty important, but for Sven and PA, the change is fucking massive. Sven in particular, almost more than PA. Because it's basically saying, for PA, from the minute you get level 6, you are doing this much % less damage for the entire game. That matters a shit ton.
But
it's like another second that a support survives. It's another 2 or 3 hits that a core survives.
But you did
throughout
ban
the entire
her.
game. Yeah, we still had to ban it. Until I'm confident PA is counterable.
Right.
I'm not going to just go, oh yeah, she'll be easy to beat now. Let's just run it, you know.
I just thought the blur change, it was 100 range difference. To me, the biggest thing about her is when she gets the Ags and the shard. That to me is what makes her. The blur is amazing. But the fact that she could just hop about blowing people up is still so big.
But the big change for Blur was that it's no longer giving you increased time in Blur when you should be revealed.
Right.
So before, it's half a second now, where if someone's standing on top of you and press Blur, you have half a second of freedom.
Right.
Before, it gave you like an additional like second of it, and that's long enough to kill most heroes in
Yeah,
this game.
that's really stupid as well.
But
But
so
that felt like
changes
a
me.
bug. That honestly felt so stupid. It felt like this can't be intended. That's how stupid that
yes,
felt. The vanish
exactly.
buffer or whatever.
I think they just didn't consider how strong that vanish buffer
Yeah.
would be. I don't know about PA. I think what it has done is, I think PA is still going to be strong. But I don't think it's going to be, you can first pick PA. Literally, whatever they pick to counter you doesn't matter. GL, have fun.
Yeah. Oh, Larry.
We're going to see
been
Larry
glimpsed.
Llama potentially manning up here. Oh, and saved. He's going back as well.
Larry.
This is a massive fight. What's
This is a
happening here?
huge fight. I know, everyone's up here.
And Gino,
Hellboy getting low.
Hellboy's probably going to die here.
Oh, he's in big trouble. He's dead. Might be able to get Larry here too.
Ooh, it's going to be close.
Notch, can you chill?
There was some drama before the game of both teams not approving each other's standards, so it's not going to be the most pleasant match in the
Why
world.
were they doing that?
I don't know, I wasn't following it further. I think in both cases it was like massive upgrades on the players that were missing. It was like some of the best players from Goon TI were being asked to stand in, and it's like, no, probably not. I think when one team rejects it, the other team is like, well, we're not going to allow it either.
Good God.
But, you know, we've got Larry Llama, a staple of the in-house in. I'm delighted with it.
That's a good point, Ari. That after every kill you got blur and you were immune to anything for like a second.
Yeah, that's still the case, to be fair. It still refreshes your cooldowns, but
it
just
doesn't
not
last
as
as long.
not as broken as it was.
But I mean, that's enough to like disjoint some shit.
Yeah. It's a good question. Where's Cap? I don't know. He just
So,
couldn't be bothered
Cap
to turn up.
messaged me 5 minutes after we'd started, saying, "I'll be there in 20 minutes." And I was like, "Well, you've missed game one." So I don't know. He had something to do this morning. He was busy.
Yeah, of course.
Bearing in mind, team, he is doing this for free as a favor. So let's not be dicks. You're getting a fucking TI card.
See, I had the time wrong.
You thought you had another 30 minutes. I fucking said he didn't know GMT. I take it back. He's a fool.
Aren't we BST at the moment?
No, it's GMT.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the time either then.
I think. It's 8 hours time difference between here and the West Coast.
It is not GMT, says Redless.
Yeah, but it doesn't
BST
matter.
till end of October.
Like I checked time on West Coast and it's 8 hours.
Either way, hopefully Cap. I don't know if he's agreed to join us game 2, but it'd be nice.
Yes, he's going to be game 2 in.
Perfect. All right, what's actually happening with these lanes? I've just been talking about my hopes and dreams from the draft.
Wow, I mean, the lanes don't matter.
Pretty even. I think a bit. I mean, obviously, TPing top on Hellboy and dying is a bit of a fat L.
No, GMT did not get superseded by UTC. The Americans tried that shit. It's GMT. Sorry, we invented time. Deal with it. Maybe we should rename it UTC so we're involved. Nope, shut up. Oh, the X!
Oh,
the ice
they
path!
missed up in every single way. Now he's going back in for the kill. Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh, that's some plays.
But now, are they going for both and getting neither?
Yeah, they're getting neither. There's the glimpse. They get
Oh, they
Primal.
get
Alright,
Tech
that's
Killer.
hype. 2000 hours is in 30 minutes. Hang on a sec. So it's 8 o'clock now. Time in, let's say, Seattle. So it's 12:31 in Seattle now. And it's currently 8:31. So 8 hours time difference. So when I said it's at 8, that would have been midday West Coast, which is correct. Oh, but I said 8 GMT, so you looked up GMT and it was wrong? Huh. Well, I don't know if that's right. If I'd said 8 o'clock my time, would that have helped? And I even said to you, for reference, and I gave you a time, the time I messaged you, I said, for reference, it's 6:20 right now. So So you could have worked it out.
I'm aboard getting rid of daylight savings time, to be honest.
Yeah, it's silly. It's an hour that doesn't make a goddamn difference except to people trying to get up in the morning. Okay, Cap. He'll apologize live on stream, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It better be a good one as well. Expecting something properly chat GPT'd. So Tech Killer is going for the I'm just going to wander around kind of strat. And successful initially, failing now.
He's 0-1-0, so he hasn't really actually done anything good.
No.
He hasn't been involved in any kills or gotten any kills.
I mean, the good thing is he's giving Disruptor a lot of time to get sticks, which is important. I mean, if someone TP's top now, there could be a big double kill. I'm really surprised Judo didn't choose to try and kill Drow there. But
yeah, I think you just
I'll trust
go
them.
on the Drow, but sure. Wogan in trouble. Oh, has the chrono. Wogan? Probably want to be
don't play
careful
with
here.
fire.
You're a crit away from dying, bud.
Very brave of him to go back in here, because he's taking a fair chunk of damage.
As I understand, it wasn't even anything to do with farming anyway. I think it's a myth. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Dire's top
And
tower
here comes Tech Killer again.
Your bot lane is not very poggers, sir.
Well, the last hits is good though.
Oh, why didn't Tech Killer grab him?
Not sure. I think he knows he's going to get the kill with the haste anyway. Or maybe not.
Oh, they cancelled their TP!
No, he got glimpsed to
Oh.
cancel it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think Wogan's fine though, right? Oh no, he's still got the haste ring. God, that lasts a while. Keep running,
It's
Wogan.
down now.
He's got his Q. He's
Yeah.
not going to commit.
Yeah.
And now Bleak's there. They're being hunted.
Oh, get him. Oh, nice catch,
That's a
Larry!
nice Q. Can you walk up high grounds with that? No, you can't. So Tech Killer's going to sacrifice his life for Kunkka.
That's
Which, given their relative states in this game, is probably correct, actually.
yeah.
Ooh. They don't have
Ah!
sounds. Unlucky.
Notch level 6.
Yeah, that's the big one, honestly. Notch has been given a lot of time mids. Disruptor getting a lot of farm in this game could be important. Gets a Philly Stone and gets quite a quick Ags will be brutal. Though we do have relatively good save for people who are caught in Static Storm. As long as Hellboy is there with an Astral. Oh, they're going for the gate play. And they're hunting down Eagle. He's actually... I think they had they had the Watcher to see him.
Radiant's
And there's some
top
glimpses.
tower
Oh, what a lovely ice path!
Okay. We're just tossing out spells willy-nilly today, team. Nice body blocks from Notch. Doesn't have mana
They
for his
still
ult.
catch Eagle, though. Run, Larry! No. Well, I think we'll take that trade.
He's airied it. He's airied it.
He has airied it there. I'm surprised they're going back in on Hellboy here.
Dire's turret has been
Yeah, I don't like it.
If only
Is Gakeus playing on like 400 ping? Another
that's
good
nice.
ice path. Honestly, I think.
You say that, and then he nails an ice path. But he's heard you and responded.
Jido might be in trouble here.
I think Judo can just fight.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, agreed. How long on Hellboy ult? He doesn't have it. He hasn't
doesn't have
leveled
the
it.
level. I think the problem is Eagle's going to come around the left-hand side here and kill everyone.
Run away!
Oh, now Wogan's coming in. No. No.
Oh,
So
no!
incorrect. So incorrect.
Oh,
this
Wogan.
This is how foolishness occurs.
All right,
We're
Gino
gonna win
stepping
with our
up.
lives
There's the tree ult just to buy them some time. Some fire is breathed ahead.
God, never mind the support ultis.
Oh
Hello.
my god, yes, team! Well played.
I was doubting, but the getting the kill to get Larry Llama level 6 and then comboing it with Macropire, beautiful.
Alright,
don't know if they wanna keep chasing,
let's chill.
Keep
let's
it in
chill.
your pants a bit, you know.
Keep it in your pants. Still no ult on Hellboy. Intriguing. I think it doesn't do as it never does as much as you think it's gonna do.
No.
Dire structures are fortified.
But in
Yeah,
a
that's
fight
great. That was
long,
a full 80-second fight to get. It was started with a Macropire pretty early on, and then
Yep.
Macropire came back up in the fight. Larry Llama's tanking the gank here. I think my team is. I think at this point, without OD ult, you shouldn't be taking these colossal, massive team fights. Because it is quite important.
So
not
your
having level-
team did a good thing, Plague, and now they're doing a bad thing.
It is very standard for the Goon play in that they think we use their ulti to get one good thing going. Let's keep fighting. We're ahead. When really you're actually going to get crushed when they come back.
They're now giving up 4. Why did they do that?
I don't
Why
know.
did they do that, Plague? Explain it to me.
Dire's middle tower.
There's no way to just because sometimes it's really good to keep the fight going. If you actually have the farm and the items to keep it up, and the ultis that are coming off cooldown, like you saw there, I thought they should have left, and they shouldn't have. They won it. And then at the same time, it's all about just being aware of your ultis, not getting bloodlust, not seeing, oh, I can see them on a ward, let's just fucking go.
So, I feel like the real push for daylight savings time was golfers.
Really?
New Zealand entomologist George Hudson first proposed modern daylight savings time. His shift work job gave him leisure time to collect insects and led him to value after-hours daylight. Whoops. In 1895, he presented a paper to the Wellington Philosophical Society proposing a 2-hour daylight saving shift. 2 hour!
Radiant's
And considerable
middle
interest
tower
was
is
expressed in
under attack.
Christchurch. He followed up with an 1898
Dire's
paper.
top tower
Many
is
publications
under
credit the DST proposals of prominent English builder and outdoorsman William Willett, who independently conceived DST in 1905 during a pre-breakfast ride when he observed how many Londoners slept through a large part of a summer day. Willett also was an avid golfer who disliked cutting short his round at dusk.
Middle tower is
His
under
solution was to advance the clock during the summer months, and he published the proposal 2 years later. And what do you know? They decided to go for it.
tower is under attack.
Some years later.
Middle tower is
Ontario
under
was the
attack.
first city in the world to enact daylight saving times. How do you have daylight saving times in a city? That's ludicrous.
Dire's
Well, they
bottom tower is
before
under attack.
all the GMTs and time zones were agreed, it was famously each town had its own time zone and its own clock,
Amazing.
and it caused massive issues because the railways would
Dire's
run to their
bottom
own
tower
clock.
is under attack.
So you'd have railway time and local time. So if you booked a ticket for 2 p.m., that might be 1:30 on the railway.
Wow.
So you had to, all the stations, especially in America, had to have 2 clocks. There's one for local time and one for railway time.
That's amazing.
So that's why more than anything they agreed to work out time zones was railways and safely scheduling trains, because you could cause a massive cock up if you mistake railway time for local time.
Radiant's
So I
top
think
cause a massive crash.
you're thinking of Benjamin Franklin. He did not actually propose daylight savings time, but he had some idea that was like a parody of it. But he never actually suggested it seriously. It is a common myth that it was first implemented for the benefit of farmers. In reality, farmers have been one of the strongest lobbying groups against it since it was implemented.
Radiant's top tower
Big
is under
Giant's
attack.
manning up on Hellboy there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So looking at the net worths, both mids have actually suffered a lot
Yes.
for trying to
Trying to help
be
out.
aggressive and trying to match each other. They've lost out a bit, but the carry's doing swimmingly. And I think in the late game off, it is Void favoured. So probably for quite a while, it's going to be Drow favoured. Hellboy's dead again.
Yeah. Why are they just taking all these shit fights? I feel like this is just the
Well,
forever
they're getting
war.
caught out by wards plus glimpse. So they're being
Yeah.
very aggressive with good aggressive wards, and X and glimpse is making it hard, especially because they're catching Hellboy all the time with them,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
can't be there to save. But they can take aggressive fights at the moment. Like they've got Chrono, they've got CK with armlets, who's feeling pretty strong. Surprised Jido's willing to farm here. I mean,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
yeah, I'm surprised that they're here.
Back so soon.
There's going to be a lot of damage to Drow.
Could be
but
it. No, Drow escapeth. Oh, that
just
was
gets away.
jolly unlucky.
It was
from
jolly
that one.
close.
Chrono catches 2. Nowhere for this lad to run either. Nice, 3 kills. The Billionaires.
There's going to be some more. This is gorgeous.
This is going well.
Some good comeback fights.
Yeah.
I just wish
Wogan
that
ultra kill. That's massive.
it is good. They're not they're not intentional fights, you know. They're not. It's sort of. I mean, you
no
call it
planning.
plague death, really. What Jido was doing there. Camera must have been like way off to the side of the map, just hitting ancients. Kunko walks past them. Neither of them see each other for a bit, and someone goes, "Wait, there's a CK there." Still, it's looking successful for Wogan. And this is what we wanted. Like, I was worried CK and OD would have Void would have a bad start, and CK and OD would have to do the heavy lifting for a while.
So,
the other way around.
I mean,
CK and OD have done nothing, and
Yeah.
Wogan's doing everything.
Void, I mean, he's 5-0-2. I feel like he's doing it right in that he turns up when he has Chrono. That one
Yeah.
fight he took where it felt like he probably shouldn't have been there, he left. And he hasn't died yet, so he's got a lot of farming items. He's going to get a BKB next. I don't mind that when you have the potential in this fight. Like, you've got too much that you basically need the BKB for. You've got
Yeah.
Disruptor, you've got Willow, you've got Torrents, you've got, I think Primal might even be able to pick you up if he's outside the Chrono and clobber you, so you need this BKB, and at least just hope rest of team will do enough damage for the early Chronos, and then you can worry about it later.
Yeah. I do think... I mean, I quite like this Tree, Jakira, and Void thing. Feels like there's a lot of setup for Magpie. It's not all on Wogan to, like, have the good fight. There are others who can lay down some... I think this Jakira is one of the most important parts of this draft, to be honest.
I think you're right.
Stop... Because Primal's not going to BKB build, so if these Ice Paths are on point, and Jake holds his head,
Yeah.
could be very important for stopping him. But they're going to catch Wogod here. No support for BleakGiant, but he's going to bully him a bit. Bit of an airy torrent.
A little bit of an airy torrent. Bleak's missed a fair few, we'll put it that way. So they took a tier 2, and they gave up a tier 1, I believe.
They did, yeah.
So that's a good trade for Wogan's Wizards. For the Billionaires, this Drow, she's not inconsequentially fat. Let's switch to net worth. She's actually about 1,300 behind Void, but he does have a Midas. She's still Drow. She is still a Drow. The thing
She's
is,
still a Drow.
can, with just basically the Drow hitting buildings, can they push past what they've got in terms of the potential for being jumped and the heals from Larry Llama when the time comes? He's max living armor, so bonus armor of 10 on the towers. I think they can defend quite a few of these buildings. 26 armor. Does Drow punch through building armor as well with her marksmanship?
No, she doesn't proc on buildings, I don't believe. I mean, Eagle is one of his best heroes is Drow. He's a very good Drow player. I'm a bit surprised he went Hurricane Pike before Ags game, because in my head the normal build is you go Dragon Lance, then you disassemble the Dragon Lance to build Ags, and then you go back and rebuild it with Pike, because the Ags is such a crazy amount of damage.
Big jump, yeah.
But this is a very good Roche, so they're going to get Roche on Eagle, and he's going to have Ags, Hurricane Pike at about the same time. This could be a very big timing for them. But at the same time, net worths across the board are all pretty even. You know, we've now got Blink on Jido, so that initiation to burst Drow is much stronger, right? Like the Blink, you can ulti in advance, Blink in, pull her back, and
all your
seriously,
illusions
she
go
can,
there,
right? You can one-shot something like a Drow.
What they don't want is this.
He has BKB.
He
So
does.
I doubt it's going to go him, but the Glimpse might have to force it. Oh, it's interesting.
Wow.
That Glimpse
oh, it's because he'd been there. Oh shit! They're gonna get tech killer. They do. The silence is on 2. That's not too shabby.
Here comes Larry Llama with the ulti.
Larry with an ult around the back. CK going in. The disarm on Wogan pops the BKB. Doesn't want to use his ult just yet. They're gonna get Eagle. Bleak is very low. They're giving him a clickety clonk. There's the Chronosphere. He's caught her in it. There she is. He's caught the drow. Meanwhile, in the back line, Notch being kept out of it. Eagle, he's up
Nice
close.
dodge.
Up close. Doesn't want this. 4 dead. Wow.
Fantastic fight.
So they defended the tier 2, which is something that normally is the goons' downfall. They did it, and it bloody worked, Play.
It did bloody work. So for a start, they had wards set up in advance. So Llama's been scumming around the place, dropping the neat little observer wards. And it saw a lot of what they were doing on this up here with the Disruptor and Tech Killer ready to go. And I think probably just an overextension, overchase on Wogan. I mean, we didn't realise that glimpse would be terrible.
Right.
So they definitely didn't. So I can fully understand why they did it. Because I was like, oh shit, he's going to have to BKB this. But Wogan held his nerve, and it was a piddly little glimpse.
So it was because he'd been there. The X brought him back.
Yes, I
But
agree.
then when the glimpse went through, it was like, well, this is where he was 4 seconds ago. So how busted would it be if you could see prior to, if you moused over them with glimpse, it showed where they would end up? That would be so busted.
I would say that's genuinely. I'll be one of those people saying they've made the game too easy.
Yeah, no, I agree. That would be silly. Part of a lot of these spells.
I've put up with the stun bars. I've put up with these shield notifiers, but I won't accept that.
Dude, the fucking stun bar doesn't help the goons.
It
Most
doesn't help me
players
either.
don't even
I still
notice
fuck
it.
it up.
Yeah. Alright, so here's a question. When we get Cap in,
Under attack.
are we
Yup.
just going to be the pundits and let Cap cast?
Oh, of course.
So the only
Well, we're the
problem-
local knowledge, you know.
So
We're
the only
like
problem with that is that we won't necessarily see what Cap is talking about because he'll have his own camera going. So I'll just have to try and keep up with Cap as best I can. I'll have to channel my inner wet pass and script.
Well, I think it depends on what Cap wants to do. If he'll just chill out and
Yeah, we'll see what Cap
chat
wants.
shit. But I doubt he's here to just do what here to talk about football. You know, I don't think he's gonna. I think he's here to cast some fucking dotes.
So the issue is that if we ask Cap, what would you like to be, he'll go, I don't mind. That's what he'll say. He's so laid back. He won't be like, I'm a caster, Pyrion. I don't want to be doing any of this shit. There's the banish. The
big
boat
fight,
is
mate.
coming in. That's quite
It's a
big.
nice
Macropire
Macropire.
forces them back. They get the stun in. CK is in. Oh, Jake is very low. They do get the Primal Beast. Wogan
They've
is
got Chrono in
BKB.
4.
Chrono in 4. He goes in.
He jumps in.
He jumps in. They've got a nice ice bath. He gets glimpsed. He can get a couple here with a big Chrono. He gets 2. He's trusting them to get the drow. This is going to be a
gonna be
total
5 for
team
nothing.
wipe.
Ooh.
Nom, 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 nom. We can get him to do that live.
I didn't believe that much in this Faceless Void pick, if I'm honest.
Mate,
I was
we've
thinking,
been
yeah,
saying
it'll-
for weeks.
It will do something late game against Primal. It'll be okay. I was thinking Monkey King would be a bit better, but Wogan's like, no. It was Wogan who said, no. I think Faceless Void is the one here. Dude, he was fucking right.
He's 9-0-6. This man is enormous. He's got a 6k gold lead on the drow. 5k. 5k.
Fallen.
Mahusa. Honestly, also, Jido stepping up to pos 3.
Yeah.
Who needs 85-cent black a mile?
I'm tempted to
Get
kill
him out of the team!
I do think Gakeus and Larry are not to be underestimated either. The
Yes.
Macropires and Ice Path is buying so much time
Yes.
for Hellboy to BKB-less just wander about, or Jito to reposition.
True.
Like, imagine if Drow was able to just pump damage in that entire time. We probably lose 2 or 3, and doesn't look like so great a fight.
C'est vrai.
But still, yeah, this draft
C'est
is
vrai.
it's fucking
Oui,
working.
j'aime.
Not allowed to
C'est
doing
vrai.
it.
C'est vrai. Oui, c'est vrai.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
C'est vrai. Ouais.
C'est
C'est
vrai.
vrai. UHM, c'est vrai.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's
Dios
true, and
mío,
yeah, that's
qué
true.
mala
That's
suerte, supongo. I wonder what please lads cast your spells is in Spanish. Jonas, if you're there, can you let me know what please lads cast your spells is
Por favor,
on
senor.
Espanol? I mean, in Italian it would be something like Prego ragazzi, cast your spells. Something like
Cast
that.
your spells. Yeah, you can see the limit of our language kicking in. Prego ragazzi, cast your spells. Oh, do we want to have a fantasy points check? That's always fun.
Alright, who do you reckon is bottom?
Bottom, Dark Willow. I feel like this Dark Willow's done nothing.
Alright, let's have a look. Oh, it's Kunkka.
Kunkka.
Yeah.
I feel like
Then
he's been
Willow.
a bit of a pain at
But
least.
then Jido is third from bottom. It doesn't make sense.
I think Jido had a pretty rough lane.
Oh, really?
I also think Jido should probably have gotten Shard before BKB. I'm a big fan of the extended range on Q.
Yeah.
It matters a lot, especially when you're playing the Initiator. Just being able to reach that little bit further and grab Drow is important. I do like to see a Drow go in BKB though, especially against.
We've had an answer. Señores, por favor, usen sus hechizos. Or would it be hechizos? Señores, por favor, usen sus hechizos. Or would it be hechizos? Por favor, señore, casto votrais bellows.
Usen sus hechizos.
As in chocolate. Per favore. Oh, in Espanol. Per favore, castate le vostre abilità, says Arab. That's in Italian. Por favor, muchachos, hagan sus
I feel like each year
hechizos.
you should do your voice line as just another language of please let's cast your spells.
You
see if you
can't.
can hit a different see if you can hit a different
You're not
demographic
allowed.
every
You're not
time.
allowed.
You're not allowed.
You gotta do it in
God,
your
they're
native
boring, aren't
language.
they?
Yeah.
Tower is under attack.
You gotta do it in your native language.
All giggles. That's acceptable.
Tee hee hee hee.
Indeed. I bought it.
Along with a million other people.
Of course.
Bajillion.
It's the freest dub mentally of all time. I die, feed relentlessly, and just tee-hee.
I don't speak Greek, Ari, I'm sorry. Or is that Cypriot? I know how touchy you lot round those neck of the woods are.
So my parents are in Spain at the moment, and they travelled through Paris, and I've been joking, well, half joking the entire time, they're going to bring bedbugs back. Or they're going to spread bedbugs to Spain.
Why?
Haven't you seen the news articles? Paris is, quotation marks, overrun with bedbugs at the moment. They're apparently
Really?
crawling all over like the public transport. There's bedbugs just crawling everywhere.
No way!
It's like a citywide pandemic of bedbugs.
Paris bedbugs.
And people are really worried it's going to come to London, because obviously Eurostar's running all the
Oh
time.
no.
Plenty of traffic, London to Paris. And Paris to
France's
London.
government is working hard to contain a national panic over bedbugs as Parisian
Exactly.
schools become the latest building hit by a reported infestation.
I mean, I'm half joking when I talk to my parents, but I'm seriously quite worried that there's going to be some creepy crawlies coming.
Entomologists and health experts have warned that although there has been an undoubted surge, and not just in France, many recent sightings are false, and there is a risk of unwarranted hysteria.
I'm hysterical right now. I don't believe them at all. This is terrifying.
Nicholas,
This is scary. This is genuinely scarier than COVID for me. I was fine with coughing. But this bugs, get them out.
Nicolas Roux de Bézieux, creator of the pest control website badbugs.france, says in 3 out of 4 calls he gets from concerned homeowners, their problems turn out not to have been caused by bedbugs. Panic over, as far as I'm concerned.
We're sorted then.
A French lad said it's not true. Ergo, ce n'est pas vrai, c'est faux.
Can I just say, by the way, I don't know what my supports are doing right now. All 3 cores are in Roche, and Jake's standing by their Tormentor, and I think Larry was warding their heal by the tier 2. What are you doing?
What they're doing is, if they get bumped into you there, Plague, I thought you were a fan of the smoke break. This is
well,
the
not
gank
that much
break.
of a smoke break.
This
It's
is
got to
the
be a
gank
smoke break
break.
you can collapse, you can do things with.
No,
but
no.
the aggressive feeding.
No, monsieur. No. Wait.
By the way,
Said
Jake already at Ags. This Macropyrate is fucking
if they get a big
crazy
chrono
strong.
off, that's going to be a lot of damage.
I think a big question for this game is, will Radiant go high ground before Drow has BKB finished? Because they could, I mean, if they're feeling confident, Aegis Cheese, BKB's ready, they could just go now.
I think they go now.
1,000 gold to go on Drow.
Primal doesn't have a BKB. Drow doesn't have a BKB. Kunkka has a BKB, but who cares? Kunkka is rock bottom of the points. Just get up there.
Yeah.
The issue they're going to have is it's basically, I think, they all have to kind of group up around this building. Here goes the tidal wave. Jido is
So
going to
the
die.
axe damage is no joke. Oh,
hello! That is a dead Drow. That is almost a dead Willow. Void can't quite get Notch.
I think this is going to be the end of Wogan's Aegis, but it was a hell of a jump.
He almost kills Bleak. Oh, wow.
Wow.
They got 3.
There we go.
This has
That might
been
be
a
game over.
dominant performance.
Structures are fortified.
I thought the Billionaires would do a lot better in this game. They kind of struggled, but hey,
I think the Primal Beast did not perform how I expected it to.
No.
He was level 4, just wandering around the place.
There was
Didn't
a lot
really
of wandering.
Get the kills. You know, it's nice to give your lane to a support, but you got to make sure you're still getting your timings and your pressure is still there.
I mean, we looked at one point, he was 0-1-0. So all he'd done for all that wandering was die. And he's bottom 4 net worth. Like, this has not worked out. Looking for a glimpse here. They found Wogan. Oh no, Wogan, what are you doing, son? Nice ice path again.
Panicking.
Gets 4-stuffed, gets saved. Oh shit! Bec Primal!
Well, they
No!
sacked Gakeus into the bargain,
Alright,
but
that's fair.
for what that was, a perilous
They
escape.
didn't get the melee. They didn't get the melee.
No. They actually don't have that much building damage at the moment,
No,
to be
they
honest.
don't.
But if Jido had pop ulti for it, then they do, but...
Why didn't
Just
Jido
avoid
pop
them.
ulti for it, do you think?
Because they popped it for the fight, I presume.
Ah, I
and
see.
in fairness, there's a lot of things that just kill the CK illusions this game. But going AC, so going to step up on that front. Wow, Wogan is going to finish this game fast. Going straight refresher.
Well, he's
So
got.
fuck-
I mean, he's
Fuck
fucking.
Drow's
huge.
BKB. Yeah,
Dude's
fuck
got.
Drow's BKB.
Yeah, exactly. Just. I mean, I think with how much damage he does, he pops an ulti with the BKB. He gets 2 kills. Like, you could just kill both supports, no problem. You can kill Drow and maybe not Primal Beast and Kunkka, but you could kill 2 heroes. Other than those 2, in a chrono, pops the extra one and gets a 3rd. Like, if his chronos get 3 cores, I mean, jeez, that's enormous. And if he gets the Miracle 5-man Chronosphere, they've got tons of damage outside of it. OD clicking and clocking. You got Jakiro, panting and painting. You got Tree, slumping and crumping. You got it all.
I feel like all those sound effects were really accurate. I don't know why. It's just, that was exactly what they do. Oh, Dara going for another fight.
Uh-oh.
But they've not got everyone here and ready to go.
Lots of BKBs coming out.
There goes Tech Killer's life.
Wogan on the back line. He only catches Kunkka.
How is that Kunkka in there? His heel is caught in that and he's frozen in time.
Yeah,
That's horrifying.
that's insane.
Radiant's
I can imagine if this was real life. Only his foot is stuck in there. He's desperately struggling with everything else, but his foot is stuck in time.
See, now, if you couldn't move, but you could still cast spells, because only your leg is frozen.
Yeah, I think that would be They have hitboxes, proper hitboxes.
Whichever part of you is in the Chronosphere is frozen in time, but the rest of you is not.
Do you think if, like, the boat lands on your arm from Kunkka, it, like, traps one hand under the boat, but you can still fight with the other?
Yeah. How funny would it be, do you think, to have a game like this? Oh, shit.
Well, that's
Eagle Pop BKB. They're going to get a kill here.
It's a pretty successful
That
disruptor
is a
roll, though.
very nice disruptor roll. That's a
death
dead
for Wogan.
And Gakeus is probably going to be next. Attempted save. Willow in. Good luck, Jake.
Well, that's a high ground hold.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
They're going to
Oh,
kill
no.
4 or 5 here, potentially.
Oh, Jesus!
Now Hellboy's killed himself as well.
Oh, wowzers. Oh, they're all so low.
5-man.
That's a disaster for Wogan's warriors, wizards,
It's-
wonders.
Wogan's weirdos.
Weirdos.
top barracks are under
The BKB, like I said, it was going to be a race to can we shut this game down before Drow BKB comes online. And yeah, nice little cute jump from Wogan to force the BKB, but jumps back into Disruptor ulti and gets destroyed.
Yeah. Well, that was a big old swing-a-madoodle. Win probability dropped a full 13%. No, more than that. 20% Plague.
20%. It was a lot of money for Drow.
Trenta percenter. He said, I don't like it, but I'll live with it.
With it, yeah.
Or was it I'll deal with it? I can't remember. How did he say it? That's how he said it. I don't like it, but I'll deal with it. What language did you speak to him in? German. Ich nickten, lickten.
It's Nickton Lickton.
has fallen.
I mean, you
I
could
think the 9/11 one is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I can't remember what
But
the
just-
9/11 one was.
He's like he calls in. He's supposed to be having like his conference in the Twin Towers,
Right.
and he calls in, and he's like, you're saying you're in the Twin Towers? He's like, turn the telly on. I'm out. I've run out. I'm out.
Oh, that show is so good. I like the one where the two trade ministers, was it Australia and Hong Kong or something?
Yeah.
Having that thing, and he's like, it's war! That whole thing, the way that they changed the entire studio. The funny thing is I think it is still relevant now, because of the way that 24-hour news still looks like that. But I think what people fail to understand is that when it came out, the news went from being extremely slow, boring, ponderous to literally like that. And it seemed to happen almost overnight. Oh, that is a very, very dead bet free Mal.
The show was The Day Today, right?
Day Today, yeah.
Peter O'Hanrahan.
Yeah. I mean, it had Alan Partridge, it had...
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like all that, like Armando Iannucci, all of those guys were involved. Chris Morris, Peter Bainham, like just really, really smart, funny guys. And they started off on Radio 4, like a lot of good shows did, before Radio 4 comedy became literally the death of comedy. I mean, a ton of good comedy programs from the 90s and early noughties started off. Harry Hill got his start on Radio 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Stuart Lee and Richard Herring. Steve Coogan and most of those guys started off on Radio 4. It was all Radio 4. Absolutely tons and tons and tons. And then they made them into TV shows because it's sort of proven that it was funny on Radio 4.
Yeah. All right. Well, what breaches high ground? I think.
No, it's not. It's
Wogan's-
not the same writers as the IT crowd. Those were the guys that did Father Ted. There was Graham Linehan and fuck, what was his name? I can't remember the name of the other guy. That was two Irish lads. They did Father Ted. They were the guys who did IT crowd. We were just talking about it, Monk. Arthur Matthews? Yeah, maybe it was Arthur Matthews. Yeah, it was. Yeah. They were in the best Alan Partridge series was the one where he was at the Travel Lodge. That was my favorite. Not my words, Lynn. The words of Top Gear magazine. I mean, that's just to show that me and my mates just quote constantly. It's just one of those things. Like The Simpsons. That era, honestly, I mean, there's a lot of really good comedy around now, but I also find, like, that era was just so good. The 90s comedy was just amazing. We were blessed.
Oh, we finally sent you a video of Bo Miles, didn't we? Ashman finally sent it.
Loved it.
I knew
What
that'd be
a
the right your type
lovely
of content.
guy.
He's
What
so
a
nice.
lovely guy. He's
Yeah.
so sweet with his daughter, and I was just like, this is magic. Like, he's one of the few Australians who I can stand hearing talk.
There's a really lovely video because like a mile with May. He just basically he's got like a little mile square block around his place, and rather than doing a big adventure, he just has an adventure at her speed.
Yeah,
he finds all the interesting, fun little things you can do in your little area with a baby. Oh, it's so
honestly,
sweet.
That's the beauty of having kids is that, and he put it so well in the video. He said that when he's out with her, I know it seems really cliche and it's not a new thing, but the way he put it was really sweet. It was the kind of thing that you've heard about it, but until you felt it, it's like it's not real. Which is that you genuinely experience things through their eyes, and it's not just like you get to see the same stuff again. You see things that you haven't noticed. Like kids are like, "Why is that up there?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't know. I've walked past that 1,000 times. I hadn't noticed it because." As an adult, your mind's on other things. Kids are just eyes open and ears open all the time. Here we go. Triol doesn't catch anyone. What was that? In goes the Chronosphere. Oh, madon, that's a dead drow. It's going to be a buyback. Wogan is going a little deep here. Oh, he's so deep. Why is he so? He does have Aegis. Oh, they get the Primal Beast. They get the Primal Beast. Only doing some clicking and clonking. They're going to get him. He's very close to death. Get saved!
Ooh, nice.
Get saved! Willow next to fall. Down she goes. No, she's still alive. They're going to get the drow. Pops the BKB. Gino can't get her. Can they get the buildings? They're going to get the buildings. They're going to get back. OD in big
OD's
trouble. Nice force stop.
under.
That's big. Wogan goes in. Gets a kill. And they're going to have to drown. That's a dieback. 110.
Yes. Oh, God, we're going to play
the
again
glimpse.
to win this.
The glimpse. Wogan in
They
big
all tip
trouble.
eagle.
Another save.
God.
They're all tipping eagle.
And they
GG, well
call it.
played.
Right,
Dire's middle
we're in for
tower
game 3.
is under
Good God.
Wow. Wogan's Warriors, Wizards, Winter Wonderlands are in for game 3. Storming Eagle, the ancient 4-player who many said should not be in the tournament, has crashed out in the lower bracket.
Radiant victory.
Woo! MVP
Well,
for you?
MVP, it's probably has to be Wogan.
Probably
Like,
has to
clearly.
be Wogan. Did he die? He did die once, right?
He died once with a little bit of overextension, but he really pushed the limits of Void Gap game, and
He
it
did.
fucking paid off.
He
Right,
did.
I'm gonna go with my team.
Do it.
I'll see you for game 2.
I'll get Cap in here. Cap, if you're still watching, jump into the comfy sofa or light work, and we'll get you in the next game.